Hi Pailas, you are watching The Scientist. Earth, the home planet of life for 4.28 billion years and for humans for over 200,000 years. But for how long Earth can bear humans? 100 years, 200 or more? Let's find out. As we all know, destruction of nature is as big a threat to humanity as climate change. We are destroying nature at an unprecedented rate, threatening the survival of a million species and our own future too. The evidence is incontestable. Our destruction of biodiversity and ecosystem services has reached a level that threatens our well-being at least as much as human-induced climate change. We humans have already significantly altered 3/4 of our land and 2/3 of the ocean. More than a third of the land and 3/4 of freshwater resources are devoted to crops or livestock. Around 700 vertebrates have gone extinct in the past few centuries. 43% of the amphibians and a third of coral species, sharks, and marine mammals look set to follow. Human society is in jeopardy from the accelerating decline of the Earth's natural life support systems. The world's leading scientists have warned as they announced the results of the most thorough planetary health check ever undertaken. From coral reefs flickering out beneath the oceans to rainforests desiccating into savannas, nature is being destroyed at a rate tens to hundreds of times higher than the average over the past 10 million years, according to the UN Global Assessment Report. The biomass of wild mammals has fallen by 82%, natural ecosystems have lost about half their area, and a million species are at risk of extinction, are largely as a result of human actions, said the study, compiled over 3 years by more than 450 scientists and diplomats. 2 in 5 amphibian species are at risk of extinction, as are 1/3 of the reef-forming corals and close to 1/3 of the other marine species. The picture for insects, which are crucial to plant pollination, is less clear, but conservative estimates suggest at least 1 in 10 are threatened with extinction, and in some regions, populations have crashed. In economic terms, the losses are jaw-dropping. Pollinator loss has put up to $577 billion of crop output at risk, while land degradation has reduced the productivity of 23% of global land. The knock-on impacts on humankind, including freshwater shortages and climate instability, are already ominous and will worsen without drastic remedial actions. The health of the ecosystem on which we and other species depend is deteriorating more rapidly than ever. We are eroding the very foundations of economies, livelihoods, food security, health, and quality of life worldwide. In terms of habitats, the deepest loss is of wetlands, which have drained by 83% since 1700s, with a knock-on impact on water quality and bird life. Forests are diminishing, particularly in the tropics. In the first 13 years of this century, the area of intact forest fell by 7%, bigger than the France and UK combined. Although the overall rate of deforestation has slowed, this is partly an accounting trick, as monoculture plantations replace biodiverse jungle and woodland. Oceans are no longer a sanctuary. Only 3% of the marine areas are free from human pressure. Industrial fishing takes place in more than half of the world's oceans, leaving 1/3 of the fish populations overexploited. Climate change, pollution, and invasive species have had a relatively low impact, but these factors are accelerating. Emission continues to rise. Last week, the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere passed the 415 parts per million marks for the first time. Even if global heating can be kept within the Paris Agreement target of 1.5 Celsius to 2 Celsius, the ranges of most species will shrink profoundly. Our species now extract 60 billion tons of resources each year, almost double the amount in 1980, though the world population has grown by only 66% in that time. The report notes of the discharges are overwhelming the Earth's capacity to absorb them. More than 80% of the wastewater is pumped into streams, lakes, and oceans without treatment, along with 300 to 400 million tons of heavy metals, toxic slurry, and other industrial discharges. Plastic waste has risen tenfold since 1980, affecting 86% of the marine turtles, 44% of the seabirds, and 43% of the marine mammals. Fertilizers runoff has created 400 dead zones, affecting the area the size of the UK. Another big concern is the human population itself. World population is projected to reach 11.2 billion in 2100. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization estimates the world population will surpass 9.1 billion by 2050, at which point agriculture systems will not be able to supply enough food to feed everyone. However, new research suggests the world could run out of food even sooner. At current consumption levels, some models suggest we will run out of non-phosphorus reserves in 80 years. More conservative estimates place day 0 for 100 years from now while others give us less than 40 years to come up with a solution to this imminent problem. To conclude, I would like to say that if we don't learn and act now, our extinction is round the corner. But what if by the end of 2100 we can travel at light speed and then we can find a new home for humans? But that's a topic for another This Scientist video. Goodbye till then.